The huge federal transportation funding law known as MAP 21 Express, it expires at the end of May, and prospects for a solution don't look very good. It's the federal program that pays for a large chunk of road, bridge, train, and bus projects. Chief political correspondent Mark Davis joins us live with word that rallies were held across the nation today urging Congress to find a solution, including a rally in Hartford. Mark?
Hi, Ann. Good evening, everyone from the Hartford newsroom. Yeah, they called it a Stand Up for Transportation rally, but it was also a Stand Up for Higher Taxes rally. But as much as 80% of the bill for transportation projects comes from the federal government, and most of that comes from the federal tax on gasoline and diesel, about 18.5 cents a gallon on gas, about 24.5 cents a gallon on diesel. That's on top of Connecticut's 25-cent a gallon on gas. The federal part of the tax bill is not really working. The federal government is spending about $50 billion a year on state transportation programs, but only taking in about $38 billion.
We got to wake up to the reality that we need a different way to pay for transportation.
Today, the governor and other state leaders held a rally with construction workers and transportation advocates to push Congress toward establishing a permanent funding program to help the states. But they were also rallying for higher taxes. Senator Chris Murphy is up front about pushing for a 12-cent hike in the federal gas tax.
We've got to level with people that if you want a 2015 transportation system, then you have to allocate 2015 tax dollars to fix the problem.
Here in Connecticut, the governor is pushing for a massive overhaul of our transportation system, but declines to say what state taxes he's willing to increase to pay for it. He was also unwilling today to say he supports Murphy's federal tax hike.
You're not willing to say that you advocate for the T word, is that right?
The T word, meaning what?
Transportation.
Transportation.
No, taxes.
Well, no, listen. What I'm, we need a funding source. So I'm going to use the F word.
Listen.
It was a great line. It was a funny line, but he still managed to avoid the question. Live from the Hartford newsroom, Mark Davis, News 8.